Hi. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about biomes. Biomes are different regions on Earth, basically determined by the climate in the area. So temperature and precipitation are very important factors in these areas. So I'm going to start with the desert biome. Um, this region is characterized by very sparse rainfall and extreme temperatures. Those temperatures can be very high temperatures or can also be very low temperatures. There's a lot of cam plants in the desert. So cam plants are adapted to conserve water. There are also plants that are adapted to keep animals from taking their water. So you'll see cacti with spines. Chaparral is the next biome, and these are coastal areas. They have mild rainy winters and long, hot, dry summers. Their plants are adapted to fires. Those long, hot, dry summers can often result in fires. Temperate grassland is marked by seasonal drought with occasional fires and large grazing mammals. So these factors prevent the growth of trees. And the grassland is rich in nutrients, so the area is good for agriculture. Temperate forest is deciduous forest. These are trees that drop their leaves in the fall. So these areas have a lot of mammals that go into hibernation in the wintertime and also birds that migrate to warmer climates. So going a bit further north, we have coniferous forest, and this is dominated by cone-bearing trees such as pine, spruce, and fir. The shape of these trees prevents a lot of snowfall from accumulating on their tree branches. And then even further north, we have the tundra, and this area is very cold, has high winds and very little rainfall. And there's permafrost, so this is a frozen layer of soil that doesn't thaw out. The tropical rainforests have heavy rainfall and mild temperatures, so this area has the largest biodiversity on Earth. A lot of plant life and a lot of animal life in these areas. Savanna or tropical grassland is very similar to chaparral, except for that it's found in more tropical regions. They have warm temperatures year-round. They have a long dry season, which is winter, and a very wet season that is in their summer. There are aquatic biomes. Water covers 75% of the Earth's surface, so we're going to start with the terrestrial biomes. The freshwater biomes are lakes and wetlands, so these are the standing water biomes. And then the rivers and streams are the moving water biomes. The lakes and wetlands, because they are standing water, they're broken into two different categories. So there's oligotrophic lakes. These are nutrient poor but oxygen rich, and so they have sparse phytoplankton. Eutrophic lakes, pretty much the opposite. They're shallow, they have a high nutrient content and low oxygen content. And that high nutrient content will often cause algae blooms. So algae thrives where there's high nutrients, but what ends up happening is the algae starts to die off, and that decreases the oxygen content even more, and you can have the die-off of other organisms in the lake. And so we call that eutrophication when that happens. Estuaries are where freshwater lakes, rivers, streams meet the ocean, and so these are some of the most productive terrestrial habitats on Earth. And then we have the marine biomes. So marine biomes are characterized by two different areas, really. So we have the photic zone, and that's going to be where enough light gets through for plants to do photosynthesis. So there's a lot of plant and animal life in that photic zone. And then you have the aphotic zone where not a lot of light is getting through, so not as much plant and animal life. The pelagic zone here is just all of the water. And then the benthic zone is just what runs along the surface, so where the water meets the land there. And that's the last of the biomes.